Peace. Quick left. Think fast. I want to bring up a few tips or techniques for mindfulness while on the move. Basically how to finesse your spirituality, while being in the big city. Like matter of fact, I've been in LA. Matter of fact, my new home. I've been in LA a lot and realizing, like how much with all the moving parts, like everybody moving, and another thing too, like I realize now that I'm becoming more sensitive to energy, how the vibration, like how a city or a certain area has a vibration that comes with it. You know what I'm saying? And you could get caught up in that vibration, like of matter of fact, like well, you're not taking care of your spirituality because you're like in entrepreneur mode or in trying to become famous mode. Like you just get in that mode like of the people that's surrounding you or the area that's surrounding you, and you don't want to get lost in that. You know what I'm saying? So in essence, like different little like mindfulness tips as far as like when you maneuver and constantly bus ride things of this nature, which brings me to one of my first points. Listening to binaural beats any chance you could get. So whenever you're not talking to people, or whenever you get a chance, I always do mine a lot of times on my bus ride, like in between transiting, to different bus stations or to different cities I'm going to. I listen to my binaurals on my transit like that. But it's like basically whenever you get a chance, cause you know, we're balancing, your spirituality and your humanity. It takes strength. It takes, matter of fact, one of the things is it's more difficult to have that balance than to be polarizing, you know, because I could be polarized and just say, you know what, I just want to meditate in the corner all day, and I ain't gonna worry about no physical sustenance. I ain't gonna worry about no YouTube channel, none of that. If you can't get the lessons through me through telepathy or whatever, then you won't. You know what I'm saying? I could be polarizing like that, or I could say, man, to hell with spirituality, man. I'm gonna go get it. I'm just physical. Buy this, money that, this and that. You know what I'm saying? Like it's easy to be that, but where the difficulty comes in is when you taking both of those people and beautifully molding it into one, into one being. And that does take some work, you know what I'm saying? Because if you're not consciously aware, another thing too I want to bring up is conscious breathing. So whenever you're doing whatever you're doing, that's something where I feel like even if you're talking to somebody or indulging in a certain project, like if I'm on a computer posting some videos, I can remember to, you know, take that breath, stay mindful. So taking conscious breaths or conscious breathing whenever you could get the chance to. And I say whenever you get the chance to, like it's always hard too, but cause say sometimes you won't be able to do it in the middle of speaking in that nature, but just any little time you see to consciously breathe, you want to do that. Also, again, the binaural beats. Whenever you find a chance to, put on the beats, you know, bus ride, waiting on the bus, any little point in time that you see a little window, and also little small little meditations. So like any chance you get, like where you just sitting down, like so say for instance, other than binaural beats, sometimes I sit on the bus and kind of in essence, meditate. And I ain't gonna say in essence I do meditate, cause that's another thing. You don't have to always be in the lotus position outside. Like it's not always perfect conditions to do things. You know what I'm saying? Like just look at the world right now. We are ascending, and as you look around, the energy's not perfect for us to ascend. We may get it there, but right now, the conditions not perfect for us to ascend. for us to ascend. So you gotta work. You gotta ascend regardless of the vibe. Regardless of the surroundings, unconditionally ascending. You know what I'm saying? So no matter what the conditions is around me, I'm gonna I'm I'm gonna continue to ascend. I'm sorry. I'm gonna I'm gonna continue to ascend, but you know, definitely like during my bus rides is when I definitely like, I sit there. Matter of fact, I'm pretty sure I done had some people. If one of y'all might be watching that, then rode the bus with me. Like, oh, that's what he was doing. But like, I sit there, and back straight, doing my breathing. And matter of fact, whether it's like straight blank meditation or I go to astral traveling, but whatever. But it's quieting my mind and and doing that breathing. And again, any chance you could get, because it comes certain points where, all right, reason why I say certain points you get, because, all right, bam, I get an impulse to go to this store, and then I go to the store, I meet up with this person, that person, and I get caught up in a chain of events that's beneficial for my being and my business, but it's not, well, I ain't gonna say so much as my being, but beneficial to my business and to me manifesting things, you know what I'm saying? So I get caught up in a bunch of these synchronicities, and next thing you know, 6 hours done passed, 5 hours done passed, and I never had a chance to meditate or listen to a binaural beat. So in hindsight, that's why any little chance you see or any little chance you get, make sure you're taking those chances, because source gonna look at you crazy. Your inner source, all of everything, like, gonna look at you crazy when you gonna complain or feel like, oh, this and that, but you ain't maximizing, your opportunities. Like, there are little windows that we have for spirituality that we don't use. Whether it's picking up a book and reading about 10 pages right quick, you know what I'm saying? Whatever the case may be, but it's just staying mindful while on the move. But I would say the key to everything, in essence, dealing with mostly everything, as much as we are in the now, in this physical existence, the key to everything is timing, you know what I'm saying? Quote unquote. So making sure that, since you're on the move, timing, like whenever you see a little window, sit down, quiet your mind, listen to some binaural beats, just anything of that nature. Take a crystal and put it on your third eye while you're chilling and ain't doing that. You know what I'm saying? Like, just any little situation you get in that way, bam, when something pop off, or you meet the new person, or you networking, you could just go with the flow and not feel like, ooh, man, I just really want to. Matter of fact, 'cause that's another thing too. If you're used to your meditation like that, you'll be removed, or you won't be into, like, say for instance, like you networking, dealing with some people, and you feeling to yourself like, man, I really kind of feel like getting just a 5 minute meditation, almost like fiending for it, and that's like, bro, just a 5 minute, to clear, you won't have to do that if you taking advantage of the little windows you have to sit down and meditate, to crack open a book on self-realization, you know what I'm saying? Like, but just picking and finding your windows, because it is possible to balance yourself in a concrete jungle. You just gotta, it just takes a little more work, but it is possible, and that's the thing. Like, are you willing to put in that work to balance things out? You know what I'm saying? Like, here it is, well, now I'm back in San Bernardino, which I kind of see that's my vibe, where, you know, even in staying in Los Angeles, I'm still kind of, of course, venture out, whether it's venture out within Los Angeles or venture out outside of it, to go to these different nature spots and things of this nature. But it is that balance, and it takes a little work, just a little, not like no, oh, it takes hard work and dedication, just work. That's all we could do is work. Like, nah, it's not that lie that we've been taught all our life type of thing. It may be a little difficult, but it's not strenuous. You just have to believe in yourself too with it, because some of us, reason why we can't find these windows or we don't have time is because we say things like that. We participate in the illusion of thinking like, oh man, I don't really have time for this, I really don't have time for that. You have time for whatever you make time for, whatever you create, whatever you manifest, you got time for it, you know and you can make time for whatever it is. You just gotta stop being fearful and connect with your inner source. But that's basically it. It's listening to binaural beats any chance you get, any little quiet time. And not necessarily quiet time. I'm talking about just where you could just sit down to, and chill and be still for a second. Cause again, and that's where you learn spirituality within chaos. Where the more and more you be comfortable, where you could be on a loud train, people talking and everything, but you just like you in your inner being, like, well, that's just outside noise. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta take advantage of the little windows you get to, meditate, listening to binaural beats, all these, little things. So when that synchronicity hit, and you, matter of fact, or like where you listening to your binaural beats, and then bloop, like a channel, an inspired thought comes in, and it's like, oh, move on that, where that impulse is for you to act strongly upon. You could do that without regretting it and feel like, but damn, man, I need to meditate. It's like, nah, I got my little 5 minutes in, or I got my little, like sticking in little, little small windows of binaural beats and little small meditations, keeping that mind, body, and soul clear and functioning properly. But that's basically it. Matter of fact, or taking a little crystal, you know what I'm saying? Closing your eyes and putting a crystal on your first eye. It, just simple things. But the easiest and most the way that you could maneuver more with would be the binaural beats, you know what I'm saying? Because you don't even have to be still. Like, how I talk about the meditation, at least have you a still spot. With binaural beats, you could be moving around shit. You could be listening to binaural beats slowly while talking to somebody. So your subconscious is still being programmed by these whatever waves or binaurals you choose to listen to, but your vibration of your consciousness is still being stimulated by these alpha waves or these theta waves and things of this nature. So you're being able to still talk to people and get it in too, you know what I'm saying? So it's all different, levels to it, but definitely just whenever you see a window to take care of any type of, spiritual actions, just do it, Because again, like, matter of fact, and if you're not familiar, like if you're a person from a rural area and never really been in the city before, it is a different beast. Like, it is a concrete jungle that you, in essence, have to adapt to and be ready to deal with. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, especially in LA, where I realized I picked up on that vibration, where as much as there's a lot of, you know, positive, high vibrational people, there's a lot of, negative. There's a lot of people in disguise, really. There's a lot of, people who's not really who they say and show themselves to be, you know what I'm saying? So you got to be able to, decipher those energies and be around those energies, like an overwhelming amount of people and things of this nature, while still maintaining your spiritual, growth and your balance. So it's definitely something to take heed to, or take heed of, is, just making sure, like, if you, transitioning to that city life, make sure, matter of fact, whenever you get a chance to go outside, get in nature. That's another one which I kind of left out. But, whenever you just get any chance, go outside. And again, petrified wood. If you living in the city, no trees or nothing around you, get you a piece of petrified wood on the crystal tip. And that'll help bring, deliver some of that natural energy to your living space or to your auric field, you know. But that's basically it. Peace. Happy now. Now is the vibe rate. The rate at which we're vibing. Not too far in the future. Not too far in the past. Right now. Peace.